So Russia sends warships to Syria, and Barack Obama and David Cameron appear to be all of a sudden backing down on the aggressive, let's go to war in Syria. Same with the French as well. Now, is this signs of the new alliances that I've talked about now for years taking shape and the global reset already underway? And let me explain what I mean by that. So, for years now, I've talked about how new alliances are being formed. In this particular case, you have Russia, China, and Iran, and also the BRIC countries as well, but those that axis, if you will. And all of a sudden, we hear, Obama kind of wavering, that, basically Jay Carney saying, well, we don't want regime change. They talk so much about Eric Snowden and all the leaks of Eric Snowden, but I don't know since when, if you're going to launch a military campaign, you bring in the media and you basically reveal, like, yeah, we're doing it next Thursday. We have these ships that are going. The Fifth Fleet's on their way. We're going to do Tomahawk precision-guided missiles. I mean, you basically tell either the enemy or whoever it is that you're going to go to war with, you tell them all your plans. Does that make any sense whatsoever to anybody within the sound of my voice? Because it certainly doesn't to me. Nonetheless, that's what this administration has done, and their puppet masters have basically, which control the media, have done. But if you recall, beginning of this week, it was this crazy rhetoric, we need to go to war now, we have absolute proof. Well, now today, the New York Times is reporting, as some other agencies, supposedly the intelligence community, saying that the evidence is not a slam dunk. Go figure, what I've said now for a week, what we've all talked about. And the New York Times saying that, yeah, maybe we don't have all that evidence that we thought we had. Now, the Obama administration claims they're releasing the evidence today, but the bottom line is what I just mentioned a little bit earlier. Is the Russians and the Chinese, again, I don't think the Russians and the Chinese are going to, although the Russians are sending warships to the Mediterranean today, I don't think they go to war with the West over this. But where they even have more leverage is this. Russians can easily say, hey, Europe, we'll cut off your natural gas. How do you like that? And winter is coming up. We'll see how that goes over. And so that's why all of a sudden you see the French, the English backing off on, hey, maybe we have a political solution to this instead of a war. That's the type of leverage that you see when the global reset begins to take shape, right? The Chinese could very easily be telling the U.S., listen, we won't buy any more of your debt, and we may even dump your debt if you go to war with Syria, if you attack this country. Because look, the truth is that these attacks on sovereign nations that are against international law are getting closer and closer to the borders of China and Russia. They don't like it at all. And whether they go to war over this or not, or whether they just basically exercise some real leverage that they have over the West, which I believe is what's happening now, and the reason why we see all of a sudden a back down in the war rhetoric. Nonetheless, we'll see what happens. It keeps unfolding. These are the types of events where anything can happen at any time, of course, and we'll see how far the globalists want to take this. I mean, are they ready to literally begin to put a chain of, basically have that domino, that first domino tip, where a potential World War III scenario begins in Syria and in a Syrian attack? I'm Fabian for Liberty. Thanks for watching. I'm out.